What if everything we were taught about Earth is only half the story? What if beneath the rocks, oceans, and continents, there is design? Welcome to Information World. For centuries, we've been told a familiar story. Earth formed naturally from dust and gas, shaped by gravity, chaos, and time. A random planet, in a random location, orbiting an average star, in an ordinary galaxy. Life, according to this view, is an accident. Consciousness is a coincidence. And meaning is something humans invented to cope. But what if that story is incomplete? What if Earth was not simply formed, but built? This idea sounds radical at first, even dangerous to some. Yet when we step back and examine Earth carefully, its structure, its precision, its balance, and its strange anomalies, the question becomes harder to dismiss. Not because science has failed, but because Earth behaves less like a random outcome and more like a carefully tuned system. Let's explore this possibility calmly, rationally, and without fantasy. Not to claim certainty, but to ask a serious question: does Earth show signs of construction rather than coincidence? Start with location. Earth exists in what scientists call the habitable zone. Not too close to the sun, not too far. A narrow range where liquid water can exist. This zone is incredibly small compared to the vastness of space. Move Earth slightly inward and oceans would boil. Slightly outward and they would freeze. But the precision doesn't stop there. Earth's orbit is not a perfect circle, yet it's stable enough to avoid catastrophic temperature swings. Its axial tilt is just right to produce seasons without extreme instability. That tilt itself is stabilized by an unusually large moon. Without the moon, Earth's rotation would wobble wildly, making long-term climate stability nearly impossible. The moon is not just large. It's oddly perfect. It creates tides that stir the oceans, allowing nutrients to circulate and life to thrive. It slows Earth's rotation at just the right rate. It perfectly eclipses the sun from our perspective, an astonishing coincidence that allows us to study the solar corona and test physical laws. No other planet in our solar system has anything like this setup. Then there's Earth's internal structure. Earth is layered with mathematical elegance: crust, mantle, outer core, inner core. The molten outer core generates a magnetic field, acting like a planetary shield. This magnetic field deflects solar radiation that would otherwise strip away the atmosphere and sterilize the surface, as happened to Mars. Mars once had water. It once had a thicker atmosphere. But it lost its magnetic field and with it, its ability to sustain life. Earth did not. Our planet's magnetic field is not only strong, but dynamic. It self-corrects. It fluctuates. It reverses polarity without destroying life. This behavior resembles an active system, not a static accident. Now look at the atmosphere. Earth's atmosphere is a precise mixture of gases. Too much oxygen, and the planet would burn. Too little, and complex life couldn't survive. Nitrogen acts as a buffer. Carbon dioxide regulates temperature through the greenhouse effect. Ozone shields the surface from ultraviolet radiation. Each layer has a function. Each function supports life. Even clouds play a role, reflecting sunlight, distributing heat, and sustaining the water cycle. Rain doesn't just fall randomly. It follows patterns that nourish ecosystems across the globe. This is not just balance. It's interdependence. Now consider water itself. Water is a strange substance. Its solid form floats instead of sinking. This single anomaly allows aquatic life to survive winters. If ice sank, lakes and oceans would freeze from the bottom up, killing most life. Water has an unusually high heat capacity, stabilizing temperatures across the planet. It dissolves more substances than almost any other liquid, making biochemical reactions possible. From a chemical standpoint, water behaves as if it was optimized for life. Then there is plate tectonics. Earth's surface is not a single rigid shell. It's divided into plates that move, collide, and recycle material back into the mantle. This process regulates carbon dioxide levels over geological time, preventing runaway climate extremes. No other known planet has active plate tectonics like Earth. This movement also creates mountains, continents, and diverse habitats. It renews the surface. It prevents stagnation. It makes Earth dynamic rather than dead. Now look at life itself. Life appeared on Earth almost as soon as conditions allowed it. This rapid emergence challenges the idea that life is extremely unlikely. Even more puzzling is the complexity of the first life forms. DNA is not a simple molecule. It's a code, a language. It stores information, corrects errors, and replicates itself with astonishing precision. Information is not a byproduct of randomness. In every other context we know, information comes from organization. Life also shows intentional seeming properties. Cells repair themselves. Organisms adapt. Ecosystems self-balance. The biosphere behaves like a single, massive system, what some scientists call a planetary organism. Earth doesn't just host life. It participates in it. Now consider consciousness. The universe is mostly empty, dark, and silent. Yet on this one planet, matter arranged itself into beings capable of self-awareness. We observe the universe, question it, and reflect on our own existence. If Earth were only an accident, consciousness would be a strange and unnecessary side effect. Yet the conditions that allow consciousness are deeply embedded into the planet's design: stable climate, long time scales, complex chemistry, and protection from cosmic chaos. Earth seems not only to allow consciousness but to nurture it. Now zoom out further. Earth exists in a relatively calm region of the Milky Way, far from frequent supernovae and radiation storms. Our solar system has giant planets like Jupiter that act as gravitational shields, deflecting asteroids and comets away from Earth. Again, protection layered on protection. When scientists talk about the fine-tuning problem, they often refer to the universe as a whole. But Earth itself is fine-tuned within that fine-tuned universe. Layered improbabilities stacked upon one another. At some point, coincidence begins to resemble intention. Now let's address a crucial question. If Earth was built, who built it? This question immediately triggers emotional reactions. Some imagine gods. Others imagine aliens. Some reject the question entirely. But we don't need to answer who in order to ask whether. Think of an ancient structure buried underground. At first, it looks like a hill. Then you notice symmetry. Then internal chambers. Then materials shaped in ways nature rarely produces. Eventually, you conclude, this wasn't random. You don't need to know the builder's name to recognize construction. Could Earth be similar? A structure so vast, so integrated, so ancient, that we mistake it for nature itself? Even our concept of natural may be limited. If something is old enough, complex enough, and self-sustaining enough, it becomes indistinguishable from nature. Now consider anomalies. Why does Earth's core rotate differently than its mantle? Why does seismic data sometimes show structures that don't fit clean models? Why do certain geological formations appear too regular, too geometric? Science doesn't hide these questions. It openly admits them. And that honesty is important. Because unanswered questions are not weaknesses, they are invitations. Some researchers have speculated that advanced civilizations could engineer planets. Not for cities or machines, but as long-term habitats. A planet-scale life support system, stable for billions of years. If a civilization were millions or billions of years ahead of us, planetary engineering would not be science fiction, it would be infrastructure. Now think carefully. If such engineering existed, would it look artificial in the way we imagine? Or would it look exactly like this, self-regulating, resilient, alive? The most advanced technology would not fight nature. It would become nature. Earth may not be a machine. It may be a system. A living structure. A platform for life and consciousness to emerge, evolve, and question itself. And here's the most important part. Whether Earth was built or formed, the implication is the same: this planet is rare, precious, irreplaceable. If Earth is an accident, then it's a miracle we must protect. If Earth is built, then it's a responsibility we must honor. Either way, treating it as disposable makes no sense. Perhaps the question is not, was Earth built? Perhaps the real question is, what are we meant to do with it? A constructed world would not need worship. It would need understanding. A designed system would not demand obedience. It would demand care. Maybe the greatest intelligence involved in Earth is not behind us but ahead of us. Emerging through us. Becoming conscious of itself for the first time. If Earth was built, we may be part of the construction process. Not as builders of stone, but as builders of meaning. And maybe one day, far in the future, another mind will look at this planet from deep space and ask the same question we just did. Was Earth formed? Or was it built? If you enjoyed this deep exploration, Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more thought-provoking journeys into science, philosophy, and the mysteries of existence.